Which of the following is true, highlight the word true, with respect to mortgage default insurance? So highlight the word mortgage default. So you go to the B. So a lender may apply a higher loan to value ratio. So highlight higher loan to value to an insured loan that an uninsured loan or uninsured loan. It should be uninsured actually. So basically, so the keyword to highlight is a high loan to value, and the keyword is an insured loan. And the other one is D. Mortgage default insurance is insurance for the lender. So highlight the word insurance. So basically means if somebody doesn't pay, who's gonna pay?
Insurance.
Insurance, right? So basically they are asking about what is true regarding the mortgage default insurance, which I already told you, the D. And lender may apply to higher loan to value. Basically, so lender can take a risk for their loan which is insured. If the loan doesn't have the insurance, basically it's a risk. You can lose your principal. So it's B and D. This is 2. Then we go to the question number 51. I think that's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 51. Which of the following is not a reason? So highlight the word not a reason why an investor would use borrowed funds, highlight the word borrowed funds, instead of all cash. So highlight the word all cash. Offer for a real estate investment. So the keyword is which of the following is not a reason, right? Borrowed versus all cash. Okay. So it's B. To get a regular and predictable return. So how do the word regular and predictable? Predictable means which you can predict. So basically, if you can use the question different way, so circle not. If you take the not out, right? So the same question they ask, which of the following is the reason, right? One investor would use borrowed fund as compared to cash. So basically, rather than using your own cash, you lend money from the bank at 2.89, right? And then buy something, right? So for a and you save. You buy the property where you get the money. Where you get 7% return. That's where you make 4%, right? Rather than using your own. So if they ask the question which of the following is a reason, so then it is the other one. To diversify an investment. Remember this one we did before?
Yeah.
How we would diversify to reduce risk. What is diversify means?
Different.
If I have a $500,000, I buy one condo, I invest money, in a few money in stocks, so diversify. Other one, to invest the borrowed fund at a higher rate of interest than the borrowing rate. So that's true, right? Which I told you before even. So invest at a higher rate of interest than the borrowing rate. I borrow at 2.89, but I invested at 7%.
Yeah.
So the rich people make money this way, right? They have a good credit, they got the good money, right? And they borrow against their money. And the next one, lack of adequate capital means sufficient capital to make the desired investment. So also the reason. I have a good credit, I have $100,000 sitting, right? But I can borrow for $1 million. So the bank is willing to lend me based on my credit, right? So that's why we do that. So this one you make see in the exam, but this one you can use in your daily life too, right? Believe me, I lost the money in WorldCom, right? I paid every month over $5,000 interest only. But I bought property with people, just like I bought with Manan. Manan had a good credit. He had a $10,000. Okay, why not buy a property, right? So you lived here, upstairs, and your in-laws live downstairs, right? And we're 50-50. For example, the return is $1,500, right? And So the payment is $2,000. So we contribute $250 each. So now rather than Mr. Manan having 10,000 sitting in the account, after 3 years, so the property became from 400,000 to 500,000. So Mr. Manan made $50,000, right? Sometimes when you are new to the country, you don't take risk. So I bought so many property like this. So what happened then? I was able to pay off my debt, the Volcom loss. Side by side, I was able to build 33 companies, different companies. So where I lost the money because the people utilized my experience for my money, and they say, okay, they'll give me return, but they never give me anything. But I used this thing. I had almost $400,000 to $500,000 unsecured credit. So the unsecured, that's a line of credit unsecured. Visas unsecured. Everything unsecured. So, that's $500,000. It's based on my good history. Because I was paying them. You understand, right? That's every month. So this one I utilize for myself. So even though because of bad decision, you can say, or I say, you blame yourself. When you believe everybody, you blame yourself, right? Not others. But that is the reason for the success, my second time success. Because I created a registered company when there is no monthly bill, right? So I grew very fast. I don't make money, but I grew very fast, right? So what happened? So in my office, people came from Remax, Sutton West Coast, all other companies. So when I had my old company, people were here, were my 95% were my students only students, right? So basically, so I did not grow that fast, right? So that time I had 350 years old. So I had 45 students all the time, right? And some students, believe me, don't want to do the test. For your information, they don't want to lose a class, miss a class. They continue to come, right? Continue to come. But for years, not for this course, just to listen. And so the key thing here is, this one I use for my life. This one, the low and against high. And my first transaction in the register was $150,000, White House. So 96 128 127 57 96 7. That was my first transaction. I bought for $150,000 just 9 years before, right? And that house had 4 feet water, no water, 4 feet water, no heater, no meter, right? And next to the gas station. So basically that house, so I was able to sell after 5 years, 2 times half, 4 or 5, right? So basically that one transaction just paid off my almost that, right?